Today's the day I finally make a start on my little patio makeover. I'm doing it by myself, so the job needs to be as easy as it can possibly be. The end result needs to match what I've already got around the yard in other sections, and it needs to be a nice, comfortable, low maintenance area because I don't want to be constantly cleaning it up and tending to it. And even though I'm not working on a budget, my goal is to do this as inexpensively as I possibly can. So there'll be a lot of reusing, repurposing, and recycling. This is what it looks like at the moment. It's a small area on the south side of the house, so it never ever gets any direct sun. In winter, it's freezing and it's barren and dry and no one ever sits there. So everything just collects dust, the leaves gather in the corner, and it's a bit of a no man's land. But in summer, it's a lovely, cool place to sit. And with summer coming, I'm about to get started to make a lovely little summer patio where I can sit and relax in the cool on a really hot day. Once the space was clear and I had scraped all of the stones away from the edge of the house, I set about giving the walls a really good clean. I just used a broom and a mixture of dish soap and vinegar, gave it a scrub, and then hosed it all off with the high pressure hose. I did the eaves as well, and here's a tip: if you're cleaning your eaves, when you hose them down, you'll often see these drops of water that just hang. It's always a good idea to get a cloth or a broom or however you can manage it and dry those off, because they will dry, leaving spotty marks all over the eaves. If you dry them off, like I'm using here with a broom and an old towel, you won't get those droppy marks and it will look so much cleaner. I left it till the next day to make sure the walls were completely dry, and then I got the paint out. This is the fun part. It's also the most expensive part. The most expensive part of the entire project was the tin of paint, but a coat of paint can just make so much difference to any area. And have a look at how this came up. I did give it 2 coats. It always needs 2 coats, and I took a risk and I did the eaves as well. Oh wow, I am so pleased with it. I'm just so pleased with it. And I'm going to continue the black eaves right around the whole house. Now that I had a nice area to sit in, I needed a chair to sit on. I already have a couple of simple bench seats around the yard and I wanted to make another one the same. So I went down to Bunnings and I grabbed a treated sleeper, and I also grabbed a couple of cement blocks. All I've got is a sleeper, which I've cut in half, joined together and painted, and some cement blocks, which I've painted. I find them really comfortable. You can adjust them to whatever height you want, depending on how many blocks you put underneath. And for me, I can make it nice and low to the ground, so it's comfortable, and I can sit with my legs stretched out. I can't do that on a normal chair because I'm only little. They are inexpensive to buy. They last forever. And ever and ever and ever. And also, if I get bored, which does tend to happen quite a lot, I can move it around the yard. I can move it to anywhere I want. Just pick it up, relocate it. It's all of those little reasons that really work for me, why a cheap-ass old sleeper and some cement blocks make the perfect garden bench. I dragged the worm farm out of storage. I haven't used it for ages. It's been in the shed and I thought this is the perfect time to get it into a good position and start using it again.
Unfortunately, this is the only place in the whole yard where it can go. Everywhere else just gets too hot or too cold, or it gets rained on and they get flooded out. And after many years of failed attempts and worms that have run away and left me, I have found that this little alcove here is the perfect place. But if you just use the legs, it makes the worm farm too close to the ground and I can't get the watering can under the tap. So I borrowed these bricks. They were at the other end of the garden. I've put them here, made a little plinth instead of using the legs. And this paver, which is broken, can you see that? Which is broken, is the perfect shape to accommodate the tap. Ha ha ha! How awesome is that?
And of course, you've got to have some potted plants.
My best friend Lynn is having a big clean out. She didn't want these big pots anymore, and I went, I'll have them. So I got the pots for free. And here is the finished product. I am so happy with it. It is such a cool, clean, lovely space to sit, just my height. I found this excellent cushion on Amazon. Normally I can't get cushions because of the length of the timber is usually an odd length, but I found this one. It's just perfect. Hung up a wind chime, put my flamingos in the pot plants. All the plants I already had except for that one I stole out of Lynn's garden. Lynn gave me the 2 big pots. I just painted them. I already had those pots. I had everything. All it cost me was a tin of paint, a couple bricks, a sleeper, and the cushion. Well, the cushion was just a luxury splurge. That's all it was. I don't need the cushion, but I thought, why not? Because now that it's getting hot, we're going to spend a lot of time sitting out here in the afternoon. It's lovely and cool. The breeze is blowing. I'm really happy with it. So what do you think of my little patio makeover? Did it on a budget, did it myself, didn't take a lot of effort, maximum results. Giving you ideas for your own? Have a go. See you later.